Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to another episode of an honestly very hard challenge. In the last episode, Kama attracted yet another prophet to his ranks. But ever since she showed up, it seemed like she knew a little bit more than she was willing to share with our tribe. In fact, it was almost as if she knew that there was some sort of danger coming their way. And now that we have finally crossed the stream, it seems like she was right. She was particularly worried about Acadian, though, so I think that's going to connect to her prophecy in some way. But right now, we have to figure out what we're going to do with this mother bear hyena, and we have to figure out what we're going to do with this baby we found in the grasses too. I think technically it's a 2-gemmed creature, so it would be a teenager. But I know that Aqua and Adeline will want to sweep him up right away. This might even remind Adeline of her own past. I wonder if maybe we should have them follow him first? Since the bear hyena isn't going anywhere, but who knows where this baby is going to run off to. Something tells me he's probably trying to dig up the roots we found before, so let's have Adeline jump ahead if we can. Unfortunately, she's a little bit slower than her friend. Ah, but he's a very, very brave creature. In fact, he almost looks just like you, Aqua. Oh, that's very interesting. Long shot. Okay. That's actually a pretty cool name for a wanderer, especially in this series. Maybe his parents never expected that he was going to survive at all. In fact, maybe they abandoned him out here. It doesn't look like he's too terribly strong, so maybe they figured he wasn't worth the extra mouth to feed. It sounds like his parents are a little bit like Nicole, even. If we manage to find them, I'm sure that she would be very much willing to welcome them into her ranks. But as for you, little Longshot, let's go ahead and have Aqua offer up a little bit of extra food to you. That way you can join us too. I'm sure that we could find something for you to do. Maybe you could even grab some coconuts for us as we work our way down the shore. It would be a pretty good way to repay the ladies. Just give them a little bit of extra food to repay them for what they gave you. Do I hear a bunny stealing our berries? There aren't very many berry bushes around here, so it must be a bunny that's very, very close. Yeah, it looks like Celestite has quite a few pests in the grass to deal with. Maybe that's why she's a little bit distracted right now. She hasn't noticed all of the commotion over on the other side of the stream. Maybe she hasn't even realized that death is hanging over her tribe's head. She's the one who would usually let her mate know, and Comet's assistance would be very, very helpful right now if he wasn't so far away. So maybe Celestite is nosing around the oak tree, grabbing up the extra acorns. And it's only then that Morgana lets out the call of alarm. Gazing across the stream, she can just barely see that shadow looming in the distance. And going off of Sheba's surely horrified expression, I'm sure that would be enough to set Morgana on edge. So we'll have Celestite leap over to the edge of the water, though she's not going to have enough energy to cross over just yet. To be honest, I'm pretty sure that these two will be able to take down the mother bear hyena entirely. She only has 14 days in her lifespan. So with our 4 in attack strength and our 5 with Acadian, you guys should technically be able to take her down in one turn. I think what we'll do is have Sheba use all 3 of her turns first. I feel like since she's older, she would probably end up exhausting herself in this battle. Maybe so much so that she won't even be able to swim back over to the tribe. So as Acadian lands the final blow, and gathers up the bear hyena meat too. I guess for now they probably won't notice the baby in the grass. Maybe that'll be for the next turn? Depending on where he decides to skitter off to. He must be absolutely terrified right now. It's always sad to think that we have to take down their parents to make them part of our tribe. But at least we know that Sheba is going to be a little bit more forgiving than Nicole is. And especially now, by the way. Like, especially since she lost her baby with a friendly bear hyena, I feel like she has completely cut ties with all of their kind. So if another friendly bear hyena comes their way, this might be the one and only time that we end up chasing the baby off too. I'm not actually sure what that would give us. If we take down a baby bear hyena, I would assume it probably gives us a little bit of bear hyena meat too, so Nicole would definitely see that as a win. But as Sheba tries her best to recover, oh, and Comet, of course you would run over too. As soon as you hear your mate calling you from the distance, we'll have you jump over here, I guess landing right on top of that bunny, like we can't possibly have you pass that up. But he's trying his best to get over here to see what's going on. Oh, and Do you have a little friend, Longshot? Good thing we came over here. It looks like you do have a few leeches eyeing you up from the shore. Let's have Adeline come over here, and hopefully the leech will scoot just one tile closer. Oh my gosh, are you actually intimidating the leeches away from you? Excellent. Looks like we have a pretty good place to not only rest, but also take down a few bunnies in the process. So you guys should be nice and prepared for the journey ahead. I suppose Aqua would probably try to pull the baby back anyways. We'll have Longshot sit down inside the nest over here, as Adeline tries to set herself up for some bunny hunting on the next turn. Let's just have Aqua go ahead and clear out the grasses for now, because she's probably getting a little bit worried. It's pretty hard for her to see anyways, so I can see her trying to clear out every last grass tuft around here. She doesn't want any of her friends to fall victim to the leeches. Now I guess that means we're back at Nicole's camp. And you know, it looks like Jericho actually has his third and final gem now. You have grown up quite a bit during this journey of yours. Though he still hasn't found any real important information yet. He hasn't gotten close enough to steal a glimpse. All he hears is Stone crying out on top of that stump, trying to let everybody know that his tribe is the strongest in the land. And as the bunnies skitter around inside the old nests. Oh, Nicole is not going to stand for that. I wonder if she would actually try to shoo Mars away. He's the only one who knows about the passing of the Bergina after all, and he has a pretty good idea of what happened. So maybe she would try to convince him to go off to find some food. He could either crack open the acorns, go after the bunnies, or maybe even go deeper than that. He is starting to question his role quite a bit here after all. Maybe we'll have him slink off toward this forbidden clearing. I wonder if then maybe Jericho and Mars would be the ones to cross paths. That wouldn't be such a bad thing. If Mars is truly not sure where he belongs, Jericho could probably get him to follow him quite easily, but we still need to keep you hidden, Jericho. So for now, as Stone is resting atop the stump, let's have you try your best to sneak past him. There was a bunny over here? Okay. That is mildly concerning, actually. Does that mean we have another Bergina out here? One that we haven't even seen? Oh, Nicole, you are going to have to send somebody out this way. I mean, maybe it's something that our friendly Bergina caught, but that's an awfully far way away. That's like right next to the waterfall, actually. I wonder if maybe he was fishing? Well, now I kind of wonder if she would want to send Mars off in this direction instead. Maybe not dismiss him to go catch some food, but to see what's going on with these strange bluebirds. She wouldn't want Stone to go anywhere after all. He needs to watch after the next baby, so it would have to be Mars. So I guess that means you have a little bit more time to sneak around the outskirts, Jericho. Let's bring you over here so you can get back into the grasses. I guess maybe you could spend a little bit of time picking berries too. Goodness knows you're probably very, very hungry. But since he's tucked away, nobody should notice him on the next turn. So, Nicole, where should we bring you? I suppose we could probably have you come over here to pick up this nest, because you're going to need it over here instead. She is not going to touch that healing fruit anymore. That one is kind of tainted in her eyes. So she's turning her attention to her other thriving garden over here. And I guess it's still a pretty good place for her to shelter too. There aren't too many locations where Berginas could get to her babies. So, are we all out of turns now? I think we might be ready to skip the day. Should we maybe go back here to see where the baby Bergina decides to go? If he's going to stay next to Acadian maybe, or if he's going to hide in the grasses? Oh. You have a peculiar love for berries? Okay, our vegan-friendly Bergina? That is something that I did not expect to see. Maybe he finds it a little bit easier to spend time next to Acadians since he is so small. They're much more similar in age. So maybe he's just not as intimidating as Sheba might be. Still though, I guess this is a good chance. You could go ahead and grab one of those extra berries and then offer it straight up to the friendly Bergina. so now he should truly be willing to stay by your side. Food is the only way to a Bergina's heart. I think we're going to have Sheba retreat into the darkness too. She probably wants to find a better place to rest. And it looks like she's going to get her wish. You can go ahead and settle down right on top of this nest over here. Maybe clear out a little bit of the grass around you. And hopefully that'll be enough to bring your energy back. Let's have you sniff around a little bit too, just to make sure. Alright, it looks like we actually have a pretty good omen in our future. Excellent, so maybe that means a disaster has finally passed. I'm sure if Morgana sees that, she's going to be quite thrilled. Maybe we should actually bring her across the stream. Since this whole mess kind of did start with her, I suppose she would be able to convince Celestite to stay. She'll go check on her baby. And instead we can have Celestite sit over here so she can still pick up some more of those acorns. As Comet, of course, brings this bunny meat over to her too. Oh, and a little bit of extra. There we go, a nice, quick, romantic meal for you two. Maybe with the time alone we could even think about having another baby, but Celeste will only agree if she knows Acadian is safe. So Morgana, jump into the water and then jump right back up to dry, solid land. Right next to Acadian and his new Bergina friend. Maybe it's time you finally explained what you saw in your vision too. It must all come back to the marking that he bears. That strange skull pattern. Surely that is connected to Moon Eye just as we figured. Maybe she can sense a dark cloud chasing at his heels. It's a very ominous prophecy, mind you, but it must mean that Moon Eye wants back what she's owed. And of course, that would be the lives of all the creatures that his family has saved in the past. Maybe she's even trying to take his life in exchange, so Morgana fears that anybody he's close to will only be put in danger. It is a heavy burden to place on somebody who's so very young, but he's already seen the proof of this prophecy himself. I would imagine that the termite hill back here probably has more to do with Sheba too. Maybe that means that she's going to be okay. Eventually she'll recover and maybe she can even go back to the main camp too. But for now she's going to need plenty of time to rest. So everything else is safe, right? We don't have any wanderers, we don't have any Berginas. It looks like nobody has to chase anyone out of their territory. So let's go back here to the shore to make sure that that leech is gone too. I suppose if there's no bunnies around? Yeah, seems like maybe you guys may have scared them all off. Let's bring Adeline down here instead so she can keep watch. We know the leech was around here somewhere, so any one of these tiles could be where he's lurking. Do you think maybe Longshot would be a little bit too eager? Eager to prove himself and especially eager to show the ladies where the coconuts are. Really, he just wants to be of help, and he doesn't want to be alone again. That above all else is something that Adeline could definitely relate to. So let's bring Aqua over here, and then right next to the palm tree so she can inspect the coconuts herself. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to crack these open with ease because she doesn't have the nimble fingers, but that's where a long shot is going to come into play. So come on over here, and we'll have you pick up as many coconuts as you can reach on the next turn, in what might be our final resting place before the oak tree. I guess it all depends if any signs point toward this island in the future. For that matter, Aqua is still trying to find those clown koi, and unfortunately we haven't seen a single sign of them since we were back by the ponds. Now as Mars heads back into Cole's Wish, maybe we should consider rounding Stone up too. She might want him to stay by to guard her at all times, but I think he's going to have to be a little bit closer to make that a reality. So it's finally time for you to stop singing your war cries. We'll bring you over here too. For that matter, there's probably plenty of roots you could dig up now. Yeah, I'm sure all of these have respawned. That's actually probably going to be quite nostalgic for you. You probably figure that your brother Bergina is still out here somewhere. But Nicole is definitely requesting that Mars stays quiet. He is not going to blurt out the truth right in front of her. That would be a surefire way to meet the end of her scorpion tail. Oh no, and Jericho. I completely forgot about your berry bush. Oh, the bunnies have devoured it. I guess all you can hope to do is maybe wait until one gets close enough. You are probably starving. I mean, I know he's eaten along the way, but I guess he's a little bit of a glutton. He must not deal with hunger pains very well. This will be a good opportunity to finally get a little bit of information out of this tribe, though. Maybe as he listens from the grasses, he might hear that they're having trouble with those bluebirds. This would be very good information to bring back to his mother, actually. I'm sure she would like to know if there's a potential for bear hyenas lurking around their land, too. Poor Celestite has had enough of bear hyenas for one lifetime. So I think we should be ready to skip the day again. I guess we'll go back here to make sure that the baby bear hyena is still going to stay by our side. Oh, as he grows up. Oh my goodness, is our bear hyena actually bigger than you now, Acadian? Oh, they grow up so fast. I guess we might as well have you continue collecting those berries for him then, though I'm sure he would probably enjoy a little bit of fish too. I mean, with all that you have to think about, I can't imagine you would be doing too much wandering right now. In fact, you'd probably want to keep your distance between you and your tribe mates. So as Morgana makes her way to the shore, we'll have her clear out the grasses around her so she can clearly show Celestite that her baby is okay. Nothing to worry about. Maybe they're a little bit scratched and bruised and definitely tired out, but they'll be back to working condition in no time. So for now, Celestite, I guess this is really a cause for celebration. And you know, Comet only has 11 days remaining on his lifespan, so I guess this might actually be your last chance to have a baby with him. Since your other babies were all so strong and mighty, I feel like we have to give it another try. So come on over here, Comet. We'll have you knock down some more acorns for your mate, so she can pick up plenty for a new baby. And then it's back to Aqua and her friends. Oh, and look at this. Longshot has grown his third gem, so he has quite a bit of energy to go coconut collecting. We'll have you go ahead and grab this one on the shore, and then scoot a little bit back. Oh? Oh my gosh. The awkward baby is back. The awkward baby from our sandbox experiments. Wait a second. Do you actually have the batwing? One batwing and those beautiful antennas. Well, you do look kind of awkward, I have to admit. But, Aqua, can you come over here? Come over here and offer up that coconut that Longshot just picked up. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. All of those chains that we're unlocking. It's probably going to be pretty tricky to ensure that that batwing stays in our tribe. For that matter, it's not as though Awkward can actually do any flying. I'm sure that's because he must have been injured. Maybe he even fell out of his tree? If he lived over here next to one of the safe havens, I wonder if he came from this one. Oh, how curious. Not to mention those antennas are clearly very connected to the prophet's horns. So these two are kind of kindred spirits in a way. Well, Awkward can actually predict that in 3 days it's going to rain, so you guys will have plenty of food soon. He must be more connected to Vancure, I guess. I mean, he has the cracker jaws, so he could even grab these coconuts for us too. Oh my gosh, though, what a strange mix of genetics. Can we get a closer look at him here? Yeah, the frog toes, those beautiful spots. That looks especially gorgeous on these bat wings of his. He is really, really pretty. Very awkward, but very pretty too. Oh, I wish we could see him soar. I mean, maybe in the future, maybe if those bat wings take over his family. But without the use of the mutation menu, that's going to take quite a few generations. Well, Aqua and Adeline, you two have certainly found yourselves the interesting babies to raise together. I guess this is kind of like their own family in a way. Wanderers and outcasts. Anybody who needs help to lift them up again. Well, we're going to have to make sure that we keep this area nice and clear so Awkward can actually get through. In fact, Adeline, for now, let's just have you clear out all of the grass that you can reach. And since we don't have too many more coconuts around here, well, I guess we could have Awkward hop down this way. That way he'll still be able to pick up this one on the next turn. Yeah, so if he did come from this island over here, maybe that's where he would lead the ladies toward. So that gives us a reason to actually seek out that other safe haven. Very, very interesting. It seems like their story just keeps getting more complex as we go. And now you two, of course. Let's have Nicole go ahead and pick up the bunny meat as the other bunnies skitter into the grasses. Oh, Jericho, you lost your chance again, but at least you can grab this bunny instead. Yeah, your gluttonous ways have finally gotten the best of you, and it looks like the Dodamingos have taken notice. So with all of this extra noise echoing around the haven, Nicole must really be on edge. We'll have our request for Stone to stand guard right about here. Can he reach any extra food from here? No, this is the one location where there is literally not a single route. Maybe you should come on over here instead. That sets you up to maybe catch a couple of the bunnies, if Nicole doesn't get them first with her scorpion tail. But as for you, Mars, let's have you start making your way into the grasses. Let's see if you can sense anything out here. Any danger that might be lurking. There are definitely some berry bushes out here, so we know there are certainly bunnies living here too. That bluebird is still hovering in the sky as well, way up here, so we know he's not hungry anymore. Yeah, I don't know if maybe he was just grabbing that little clown koi at the water or something, but we're not going to rest until this mystery is solved. And how many days left until you can have your baby, Nicole? 2 days left, so you better stay close. We'll have you come on over here to pick up a little bit more grass, just in case you can find some extra nesting material. And then tomorrow it's going to be time for you to eat that healing fruit and finally make your nest. So one last time, let's go ahead and skip the day here. We'll go back to our brand new little awkward baby just to make sure that he doesn't have any danger following him. No new bear hyenas, right? Nothing new for us to chase out? No, it looks like we're okay. Alright, so if you... Oh, where'd that coconut go? Oh no, did it disappear on you? Well, no matter, I'm sure a long shot can come out over here and grab that one on the other side. You poor thing. I wonder if the Bandit brothers stole that from you. I mean, with his very unique appearance, it seems like he does have a bit of a black cloud following over his head too. I wonder if that's just the mischievous nature of the Bandit brothers. Maybe they find it fun to play pranks on him, with his antennas giving him a direct line to Vankir. I wonder if they even try to trick his weather prediction skills. So while he tells his tribe that the rain is coming in 2 days, what if that's the Bandit brothers trying to push him off course? And then all coming full circle, maybe that's even why he ended up injuring his other Batwing, if he followed all of these tricks and schemes. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up leading Aqua and Adeline. It makes you wonder if that's just another trick too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!